From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, this is Hannah Mordeau, and this is your News 8 Daily for Monday, August 12th. It is cool and refreshing out there this morning off of a beautiful weekend with low humidity. You have another round of just stunning weather today. Going to be sunny, won't even get up to the 80s, so enjoy it. Breaking news, 2 shootings on the opposite side of the city. The first on the far east side. Police say 2 people are hurt. The shooting happened on Lewin Drive, that's near 38th and Mithofer. So far, all police have told us is that officers found 2 people with gunshot wounds and that both are awake and breathing. We're working to find out more about what led to the shooting and if anyone is under arrest. On the northwest side, police say 1 person's in the hospital after a shooting. It happened at West 38th Street and Lafayette Road. Officers were first called to a crash there just after 6:15 in the morning. You could see a pickup truck was banged up. Police say they found the person shot at that scene. They're now stable at a hospital. There's no word yet on what may have led to the shooting. State police are investigating a police shooting in Carmel. It started with a 911 call saying a man was stalking and harassing someone. News 8's Brittany Noble is on the story with what led to the gunfire and where it happened.
Well, troopers say that this all happened in a parking garage in Carmel and that the man who was shot is now recovering. Shortly before 8 last night, police began looking for the person matching the description given by a 911 caller. That was a man known to drive a blue sports car. Less than half an hour later, troopers say Carmel Police parked their vehicle in front of a Dodge Charger. According to a news release, an officer began ordering a man to get out of that car located on the 3rd floor of a parking garage on Old Meridian Street near Grand Boulevard. Moments after another officer arrived on scene, investigators say the suspect drove forward, hitting a police SUV. And that's when a Carmel police officer began firing shots through the window of the Charger, injuring the suspect. It's standard procedure for Carmel Police to place an officer that is involved in a shooting on leave pending an internal review. However, troopers are still investigating this case. They have not released any body camera footage or any details about the alleged suspect and how they allegedly harassed that 911 caller. Once we get more information, we will let you know, both on air and online at wishtv.com. I'm Brittany Noble for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook.
Police in Lafayette called the Sunday discovery of a 3-month-old boy devastating. The department says officers found the body of Jacob Manius after an extensive search that started Saturday night. His disappearance sparked a silver alert, with investigators saying the baby was in extreme danger. They've not released any specifics about where they found him, how he died, or whether anyone will face charges. A woman is dead and a family of 4 is without a home this morning after a fire on the east side. Investigators described the home as a double residence on East 19th Street in a neighborhood near North Drexel Avenue. IFD says people walking by noticed the flames just after 4 yesterday morning and called 911, then tried to rescue the people inside. In about 10 minutes, firefighters got control of the fire and got one family and their dog outside. Investigators say they found the 66-year-old woman inside and she died at the scene. The fire department has not said how that fire started. Owners of short-term rental properties in Marion County may soon need a new permit. The City County Council is set to vote on the idea tonight. News 8's Hernan Gutierrez tells us what this means for property owners.
Well, the proposed ordinance requires owners of Airbnbs and Verbos to pay a one-time $150 fee for each property. Under this proposal, rentals would need to follow fire, safety, and parking protocols. It also outlines that RVs, mobile homes, and shipping containers are not eligible for permits. News 8's government reporter Garrett Burquest spoke to Councilor Kristen Jones, who introduced the proposal. She says this wouldn't affect people who rent out spaces in properties they also live in.
A lot of these short-term rentals are owned and operated by out-of-state property owners. And when there's an issue, we can't get a hold of them. And so law enforcement, it may take them 3 to 5 hours to figure out who owns it and try to get a solution.
According to the proposal, any violations could require inspections, fines, or the owner could have their permit taken away. Owners renting without a permit could also face fines. In a statement to News 8, an Airbnb spokesperson says the company is supportive of the proposal, adding that it protects responsible home sharing and enables Indianapolis to benefit from growing opportunities around tourism. Rental owners would have to renew their permits every year. Tonight's City County Council meeting is scheduled to start at 7. Reporting in the newsroom, I'm Hernan Gutierrez for Wish TV, wishtv.com. Follow us on Facebook for updates.
In Colts Watch, it's back to camp with a loss, but some hopeful signs too. Quarterback Anthony Richardson played for the first time since Week 5 of last season. First pass was a completion to Mo Alley Cox. Richardson played the first 2 drives and got to share the backfield with Jonathan Taylor for the first time in nearly a year.
Throughout this whole process, I've been anxious to do a lot of things, just practice, put my helmet back on. So it's just taking it step by step, day by day. And, today we had a game and, it just felt good just being out there again.
Stakes are a little different, but you still want to go out and win. But, just try to get as much work as you can. It definitely felt good, just everyone out there at the same time, building upon what we had last year. I think that was the best feeling.
The Colts fall to the Broncos 34-30. Next up, the Cardinals Saturday, also at Lucas Oil Stadium. The same 2 teams will practice together twice this week before they square off Saturday. The Wednesday and Thursday joint workouts are the final 2 public practices in Westfield before breaking camp. Wednesday is Fan Appreciation Day at Grand Park. The doors open at 4. If you go, head to the Colt City Information Tent. The team has some goodies to give away. Right after the game, 2 high school flag football teams got to play on the new turf at Lucas Oil Stadium. Anthony Richardson was back on the field as the Colts hosted a scrimmage between Crispus Attucks and South Bend Riley. The Colts started a girls flag football league last year with 8 teams from Indianapolis and South Bend. The team has now launched an effort to expand the league statewide. Make it 8 straight Olympic gold medals for the U.S. women's basketball team, but the win on the last day of the Paris Olympics was not easy. The U.S. rallied from behind to take the lead in the 4th quarter of the gold medal game against France. As the time ran out, France's Gabby Williams banked in a shot at the buzzer, but her foot was just inside the 3-point line, and that gave the U.S. a 1-point victory, 67-66. The U.S. beat France in both the women's and men's gold medal basketball games. The U.S. women have now won 61 straight games in the Olympics. The U.S. Olympic Committee will appeal a ruling that could force American gymnast Jordan Chiles to return her bronze medal for the floor. Chiles won bronze after her coach asked judges for a correction to the score based on the difficulty of her routine, but the gymnastics governing body reversed that ruling, saying the request came in after the 1-minute window when the appeals are allowed. USA Gymnastics now says it has new video evidence showing the request was made within the 1-minute window. There's no word yet on when that appeal might be heard. The U.S. wins the overall medal count with 126. China is second with 91, followed by Britain in third with 65. The U.S. and China tie for the top of the podium with 40 gold medals. Athletes with strong Indiana connections won 10 golds and 20 medals in all. If Indiana had been its own country, it would have ranked 11th in the final medal count. Summer Games attention now turns to Los Angeles, host of the 2028 Olympics. In your vote 2024, the campaign for Vice President Kamala Harris expands its financial advantage over former President Donald Trump. The Harris campaign says it took in another $12 million at a private fundraiser in San Francisco yesterday. The Democrats' campaign had almost 3-to-1 financial advantage over the Republicans' campaign for the month of July. That's according to campaign finance reports. Meanwhile, Trump is scheduled to hold a live online conversation tonight with Elon Musk on X, formerly known as Twitter. Musk owns X and has endorsed Trump. He claims the conversation will be unscripted and that no topic is off limits. He also says people can submit questions during that chat. This has been your News 8 Daily from Wish TV. I'm Hannah Mordeau. Watch us on wishtv.com and follow us on Facebook for updates.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand for even more on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.